To me, every day is Earth Day. I want to see people get out and I want them to engage with nature. It's an urban oasis, and I always wanted someplace where people could just come in and go, oh, the apples are ripe, let me have some. And we've got raised bed gardens over here. The vegetables that are in there are free for the picking. Green beans, and we'll have tomatoes and pumpkins and things like that somewhere in here. Nothing goes to waste. Bare spot over there is a species of clumping bamboo, and we have to cut it down every year. And we harvest a certain amount of it, and we figured, let's see if we can make teepees this year to let green beans run up. There's a concept called permaculture, permanent agriculture. One of the most important things that is everything you put in the ground serves more than one purpose. If you look at this line right along here, all of that was purposely planted. It's landscaping, it provides beauty. Those are pecan trees, kind of hard to see, but you can still see some of the husks up in the tree. This was our first year we had a good crop of pecans. Because it blooms, it's an opportunity for pollinators. It also shades the street. You can imagine how hot a street in the sunshine in the summer is. So it serves multiple purposes. Food insecurity is an important issue, and people have access to food. It's free, it's healthy, it will be raised organically to the best of our ability. It's also a refuge. I've met too many children who really didn't know where their food came from. So I want them to have the opportunity to see apples on trees and tomatoes on vines and green beans climbing up and be able to pick those things and actually interact with your food. And it's taken us over a decade to get to where we are now. This is our third year the trees have been in the ground, and so this is the first opportunity we get to let them all go to fruit. This is a pear tree, I believe. You can see little baby pears. Doesn't look like there's going to be much of a crop on this tree, but it's growing. There's about 6 inches. It's already new growth up on the top of it this year. That one, the tree's not as big. It has more fruit on it. I like peach trees because the leaves are long and slender and they look tropical. But you can look up in here and we get fuzzy little peaches. We'll have to go through here and start thinning them out because the tree can produce way more than is healthy for the tree. And if you thin them out, then you're going to get a better crop. We'll have to take a look at that and see what's going on, whether that's an insect or a fungus. So these are things that we'll need to be treating for. Ah, we still got some blooms. This is an apple tree, yep. This must be one of the later bloomers, which would tell me also that's going to be later fruit. Here's some little bitty apples on here. 5, 6, 7, 8 apples. That will need to get pulled out to probably just those 2 biggest ones. I want these trees to be here for a long time, so that's another good reason for keeping this fruit thinned down, so you don't overweigh the trees. This one's branching out nicely. Pawpaws grow native in our forests, as do American persimmons. It'll be at least 10 years before we get anything off of them. These should do pretty well. The jujube's the Chinese date, and the leaves are really glossy green. I think they're really pretty. And this one, you'd have to get up here really close, but you can see some thorns on there. And this is a service berry. It's also a native fruit tree. It produces very small fruits. They're smaller than a blueberry. These are blackberries, because they are just starting to open up. And as I look at it now and I see these green trees around me, it feels so much more welcoming and more soothing than just an empty lot next to a busy road. It's a really good community thing, a chance to just chat with your neighbors. It's all volunteer. And as a volunteer, you also get to know, first of all, when things are getting ripe. We would love to have more volunteers come. This is Earth Month. I've been working through Metro Council to propose legislation to reduce or ban single-use plastics. They're wasteful, they litter our environment, and they're even making their way into our bodies through microscopic fragments in our food, water, and the air we breathe. Choices that we make a difference. We're excited to join with Kroger to announce an initiative to reduce the number of single-use plastic bags in our community.
We see customers come in every single day looking for a way to help their community, encouraging the communities we support in ways such as rounding up at the register for the World Wildlife Fund, and also through today, new this year, a reusable bag campaign.
We have 500 of these we'll be giving away throughout the community.
Our initiative is called Zero Hunger, Zero Waste. It's an impact plan that we hope to eliminate hunger and eliminate waste in the communities that we serve by 2025. So it's really important to us. It's our mission as a company and our moonshot goal to really help sustain the communities that we're in.
Single-use plastic bags, while they are very recyclable, when they get into the recycling stream, what ends up happening is they wrap around equipment, which makes it much more difficult for the things that we want to capture to get captured. So We call these things tanglers. So it's better that they get recycled in a separate way. And that is through Kroger and the grocery store here in this initiative.
And in the lobby of every Kroger, you're going to find a big yellow barrel for all those bits of plastic. Maybe it's the plastic wrapper, the mesh bag that your onions or your potatoes came in. Collect all those things up and bring them to Kroger. And they get melted down and they get made into composite boards for decking. Kroger will be moving towards no more single-use plastic bags starting next year. In my car, that pocket on the door is full of reusable bags with rubber bands wrapped around them. When I get ready to go in, I just grab a bag.
So you can visit any local Kroger store and be able to participate.
And I'm excited to partner with Kroger and know that the choices that they are making at a corporate level also help make a difference. In fact, they're going to make an even bigger difference because they can influence the behavior of people across the country.